Oh, what it is, what it is. We out here, baby. Let me get myself straight before we get this live going. Day 10 of quarantine. You know, we out here. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody's doing great once again. Hope everybody, I don't see people texting me as soon as I get on live and stuff like that. I ain't get one text message until I start getting on live. You know. So what's good people? Everybody hit the like button as you come into the room, please. We live again tonight. Ain't none of us got nothing to do, so we all should be here, baby. Let me keep my shades on. It's a little bright out there. Okay, y'all can hear me. Blue Jay in the house. What's good? You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to Blue Jay, man. Blue Jay in Philly, man. Blue Jay, man, Blue Jay a gangster out here, yo. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Kevo, man? Y'all already know what to do. Let me know where everybody from. Where you watching from? Everybody should be in the house, with the exception of me. You know, I'm doing my due diligence to the streets. I'm helping these I'm helping these grandmas out here get food and supplies and stuff. And you know, I like to do my lives from the car because the ambiance is better. I can hear better and it's just better. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't got my audio set up in my room, in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? Canada, ain't Canada on lockdown? You know? Beautiful in the house, South Carolina. Y'all know South Carolina, my home state, man. You know what I'm saying? Trinidad, hey, I was just in Trinidad a few months ago. It was so beautiful. Trinidad is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You know. Well, first of all, man, I appreciate y'all for checking out your boy live. Before we get into the topic, man, make sure y'all staying safe and clean. I'm Jay with Feeling Inspires out here. That's me. I know I'm looking a little janky, you know, but I'm on my reserve clothes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no wash and dry in my apartment, so I have to go to the laundromat. And I'm scared to go to the laundromat. I'm gonna go to the laundromat tomorrow or Friday or whatever. But they got like a 10-person rule, you know, and so they stop people at the door at the laundromat. So it's rough. The barber's gone home. That's why I got this hat on, this little thing. You know, it's rough, man. Y'all pray for me, man. We struggling out here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we're gonna get right. But yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all staying safe and clean and all that good stuff, cause it's real out here, man. You know, Chris Phoenix, how you get that emoji on here? But yeah, y'all hit the like button as you come in, man. For you got an untamed, man. We got an untamed beard, man. You know. But yeah, man. So I'm in Atlanta, as some of you may know, and they pretty much shut everything down. You know, y'all know Atlanta got the world's busiest airport, and it used to be flights coming in like every 2 to 3 minutes. Now they got flights coming in like every 40, 50 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. Detroit in the house. And the city just shut down slow, man. You know, y'all know Atlanta's in the south, and it's just starting to get warm, so things just starting to jump. But I'm enjoying. How y'all enjoying this quiet time? I'm actually enjoying this slowdown. I'm actually enjoying this slow pace, because actually this slow pace is a normal pace that you should be in versus being in this grind culture. You know what I'm saying? That's real. You know, and I encourage everybody to use this time. Before we get into the topic, I encourage everybody to use this time wisely, because God has given us a reset button. You know, God has given us a reset button. So you now have time to work on that project you've been meaning to get started, work on that book, work on that business plan, restructure, save some money, catch up on some reading, catch up on your prayer life, do your meditation. You have to. I'm telling y'all, do not waste this time that we have. I know we can. I know we all. You need money. We need to work and things like that. Don't get me wrong. I understand, but there's always a blessing in the storm. You have to find it. You know what I'm saying? You have to find that blessing in the storm. This may be a time for you to restructure your life because everything closed, everything shut down. You know what I'm saying? So on a normal basis, we constantly move, we constantly grinding, we constantly working. And now we are forced to stop. We are forced to slow down. So use this time to do that thing that you always wanted to do that you didn't have time to do. I'm telling y'all, you're gonna look a year from now, you're gonna look back and be like, yo, I'm so glad that I started that when everything was closed down. Because when everything starts back up, you're not gonna have this time. Time is so valuable. So I just wanted to drop a little bit of nuggets of wisdom on y'all to really think about that. If you got people in your life that's wasting time, let them know, like, look, you have time now to get this thing going. Everybody kind of got a clean slate, and then everything is moving online right now. So this is the perfect time to get your online business. It's the perfect time. Everybody's online right now. Everybody, grandmamas, daddies, babies, me and you. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry about like, oh man, everybody doing the same thing. It's a million soda companies out there. It's all soda. You know what I'm saying? It's a million hamburger companies out there. It's all hamburgers. Put your own twist on it. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And make sure you stay prayed up. But anyway, let's get into the topic, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about Virgos and their exes. Virgo men and their exes. This something. This is something that people be asking me about a lot. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot. And now y'all already know. Well, what do I always say? This is just a general synopsis of Virgo men. Okay, it don't apply to each and every one, but most. So Virgos do have issues with their exes. Some of them be hung up over their exes. Some of them have not gotten over them. Some of them are still getting over them, or some of them just had bad relationships with their exes. Some of them had bad relationships that ended horribly. Some of them have exes that still be trying to reach out to them. I got exes that be reaching out to me all the time. I be like, I don't know why. And before you say I'm entertaining it, I don't be entertaining it. You know, it's just what they do. Now, let me say this, but just because they're exes doesn't mean you have to be enemies. But it also doesn't mean that you have to be buddies, especially if you're um in a new relationship. Now, if you ain't in a relationship, nobody new, do what you do. You know. But I always tell women to, if you're gonna date a Virgo man seriously, you really need to find out how his last relationship ended and what's this, not necessarily the status of it, but how does he feel about it currently? You know what I'm saying? That's very important for Virgo men because Virgos go through breakups really bad. We have horrible breakups, man. It be ending in fire and brimstone for real because women tend to fall very deep in love with us, and then Virgos are very passionate. And then for whatever reason, whatever the breakup reason is, it don't really matter what it is. Whatever it is, I would say about 80 to 85% of the time, it always end up really bad because you get real close to Virgos. Really, you get really attached to Virgos. I'm telling y'all. And so that attachment is hard to break. So when you break that attachment, it's a rough breakaway. It's like a rip. you know. But you need to know, and sometimes um, these breakups can hinder him from moving forward with anybody else successfully. You know, it's not even necessarily because he want to be. It's not even necessarily because he want to be back with that woman. It's probably it's more so probably just because the pain of the breakup. It takes Virgos a long time to get over stuff. It takes a long time to get into stuff, and it takes us a long time to get over stuff because we take our time. So when we take our time, this is why it's so bad, because we take our time, right? And because we take our time, that means we really paying attention to detail. We really putting focus, love, energy, and attention on this person. So over time, it gets really, the bond gets really strong, the love gets really real, and it's a real thing, you know. And so after a while, we just very hung up. You know what I'm saying? We very hung up on this person. We love them or whatever the case may be. And if a breakup is coming, a lot of time it's a surprise to us, or it's just not good. It's gonna be a lot of fussing and arguing because when Virgos break up, he gonna tell you how he feel. You know, he gonna tell you everything you did wrong. And most time he probably right. He probably just gonna come out wrong. It's gonna come out not good. Cause Virgos, when they get mad, they'll say anything. When they get really mad, not just like you step on his shoe or something. I'm talking like really hurtful pain, mad, like you really disrespecting him. You know. But it's important to know. It's important to know though, the relationship he has with his ex. Is very vital because a lot of stuff, a lot of things y'all be wondering and asking why he's doing this, why he's doing that. That may be the reason. Every time I do private sessions, I always ask the people. I always ask the woman, what's his relationship with his ex? How was that? Why? How was his last relationship? Because that's gonna tell you a lot. You know, for real. Because if he had a significant relationship with an ex, like it was like a couple years, you know, or longer, you need to know about it. You know, because Virgos don't just get in relationships like that. That's why you need to know. You need to know what happened. I mean, you really need to know what happened. I mean, he not gonna tell you. You ain't gonna find out everything in one day, but over time, you need to know. You need to figure out what happened. Now, if you're not having any issues in your relationship with him, then you don't need to worry about it. You know, but a lot of times that would, you know, that ex can tell you a lot about him, good and bad. She probably knows him better than most people, especially if it was a couple years. I'm telling y'all what I know. She probably know this dude up and down. He probably knows her up and down because Virgo relationships are not just no in and out relationships. Virgo relationships would be some real stuff. It almost be like marriage. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like some real stuff. It's some close stuff. You know. So these two, they know each other very, very, very well. They probably like family, and he probably still love her. You know. Now, loving her and being in love with her are two different things. I believe, this is my personal opinion, that the Virgo men probably still love every woman they ever dated. Well, they probably still love every woman that they ever loved, if that makes sense. I ain't talking about just no chick they dated for 2-3 months. But if it was a chick that he was in love with at one point in time, he probably still loves her. Because Virgo love is real and it is very hard for it to die. You have to do a lot for Virgo love to die. You know. Now this doesn't mean that he walk around and think about her every single day. I don't want y'all to get that confused. I'm not saying that every single day he walking. Oh man, I miss. I wish I can get it back. That's not what I'm saying. You know. But what I'm saying is, and he probably still love it. It's just hard to die, man. Like for real. I use myself as an example. Every ex I dated, well, not ex I dated, but everyone I dated that I was in love with, I still love them to this day. But it doesn't mean I want to be with them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I'm thinking about it every day or it don't mean none of that. Or that they got me feeling some type of way. But, you know, it is what it is. I would probably say the same. I think they would probably say the same thing about me. I can almost, I can't speak for them, but I can bet on it. They probably still in love with me or love me. I'm telling you. I know because they still be reaching out, you know. Except one, maybe. I don't know what she think. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it because she really hasn't said nothing. So she probably done with that. But most of them, you know, for real though, man. I'm telling y'all, yo, you gotta. I just think it's important to know. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm a Virgo. I know what we deal with. And sometimes we have exes just reaching out for no reason, man. Like y'all hear me say all the time. My last relationship, my ex, she just be reaching out, and she in a whole nother relationship. I'm like, what's wrong with you, yo? What you trying to do? I mean, cause we were really, this is what I think. Our bond was very, very strong. You know what I'm saying? It was like family. Family involved. We were like very close. It was like we were married. It really was like that, right? And so, and I still feel very close to her. We still feel very close to each other. 'Cause every time we see each other, which we don't plan on seeing each other, we just be running to each other. It's like it honestly feels like nothing changed. I mean, the reality is that everything has changed, but it feels like nothing has changed. You know what I'm saying? The bond is still there. It's still very much there, like it was yesterday. You know, and that's a very weird thing to me. You know, and it's like that. I can't block this light behind me, man. That's the light of that's the light of the world. You know, that's the light for Batman. I wish I could block it though, cause it's getting on my nerves too. Let me do this. It is kind of bright. Let me just do this. Lean, lean with it, rock with it. You know. But anyway, yeah. Exes reaching out to us all the time, man, and I don't be doing nothing. When I tell y'all Virgos just be chilling. Now, what Virgos don't do, I don't think Virgos don't be reaching out to exes like that. We really don't. I don't think I ever reached out to ex. Maybe one. I'm telling maybe once. You know, because I just don't. Whether I want to or not, I just don't. We just don't. We don't really do that. I mean, some may. You know what I'm saying? But so 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you, if her ex is in his life involved or whatever the case may be, she probably the one reaching out. She probably the one starting things up or whatever it is. You know, I'm telling you what I know. Cause one of my exes, man, since we had broke up, and we broke up for like 2 years, or close to that. And out of those 2 years, we probably had at least 15 points of contact of talking or whatever the case may be. Damn, why didn't they gonna put him beside me? You know what I'm saying? And out of all those times, I'm just I'm just make up a number. If we contacted each other 20 times, right? I probably contacted her maybe 2 times out of that 20. And it's like that for most of my exes, I'm telling you. Because we just don't be doing it. We just don't reach out, man. Unless they reach out. Got my quarantine juice, you know. You say keep something on standby. I don't really keep nothing on standby. I just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I mean, I don't know, man. You just be. I'm telling y'all, Virgo just be chilling, man. Y'all think people think Virgo men be doing the most. It really don't be them. It be other people. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. It be other people. It be other women doing all that stuff. I'm telling you. Half the relationships I got into, I wouldn't have got into if it weren't for them. Cause we be low key and we be laying low. We just be chilling. We won't be doing all that, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, again, you do have to be you have to be. Well, now Virgos they do have a lot of Virgo men do have a lot of female friends. We have a lot of female friends, man. You have to watch that. You know, you have to be mindful of that because some females have a lot of ulterior motives. I don't know if I said that right, but these guys are just you know very they're very smooth, they're very charming, they're very nice, they're very helpful. You know, and a lot of ladies like them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but Virgos are very charming, and they have a great energy about them, and you know they attract a lot of women for whatever reason. And so Virgos have a lot of great personality too. They always have something great going on. They good dudes, man. And so women like that. And so they end up developing, and they are great with women, and they end up attracting a lot of women. And people think they players, but they don't be that. They just be really is naturally who they are. You know. But as far as the exes go, you really got to be careful, man. It's just important. It's just important to know the relationship. Now, if he and he's still in love with her currently, you might not need to get into that, man, because you know you can't compete with an ex that he's in love with. I'm talking about like I know I just said this they still in love with. I'm talking like that he's in love with and actively pursuing and things like that. You can't compete with that, so don't even try. You just can't. I don't care how fine you are. You can't compete with a Virgo who's in love with his ex and still wants her. You can't compete with it. You just can't compete. It. You can be the finest woman on earth. You can't compete. You might as well just go on about your business because he still love that woman. That's what he wants, and he may just be dating other women to just get over her or whatever. And he probably still hung up on her. And some of them, now again, going back to what I said earlier, some Virgos they've been through a lot of hardship with women or somebody they dated, and they still trying to get over it. They may not necessarily want that woman, but they are still going through the breakup pains, so to speak, and that's a lot too. So you gotta be careful about that because they doing their best to heal and get over it. Because the Virgo's breakup it's horrible, man. It's horrible. It hurts really bad. You know, I think my worst. worst breakup I ever had was like probably like 2017. I went through a breakup, and I was having some financial issues, and then I was running for city council at the same time, and then I had some issues with my family. 2017 was a rough year. 2020 ain't got nothing on 2017 to me. I'm doing fine 2020 despite everything that's going on. You know, I'm good. But that thing was rough. I think the breakup was what really got me. It's the worst year of my life, I feel like. But the point is, I mean, I was trying to go through it. I had a lot of healing to do. And I did talk to some different women that year, but it ain't felt good. It was just like they were just kind of there. Somebody texting me. I'm trying to see. But yeah, man, that was Let me drive around the parking lot. I'm out here in the parking lot, y'all. So, and then even later on, when I got over that, right? Y'all know I y'all know I like to use myself as an example all the time. Even later on, when I got over that, and I thought I was over it, right? And I didn't know I wasn't over it until I started trying to date um, other women, right? And then it got to a point where um, I said, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm healed. But then I started dating, and the women I was dating helped me reveal helped me to discover that I wasn't over my ex and this and that. And I thought I was, so it wasn't. And they thought like it was a plan for me to play them, or they like rebound or whatever. But they really were not that. I honestly thought that I was good. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes get some light for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's getting dark out here. Sometimes you don't know, and everybody go through this. Sometimes you don't know how hurt you are until you start to try to move on. Right? It's almost like you break your leg or something, and you have to heal. Your leg have to heal, right? And you think your leg is healed. So you go out, start running again, and lo and behold, you break it again because it's not healed, but you thought it was. So it's pretty much that. So I think most people go through that anyway. You know what I'm saying? But some Virgo men can go through that a lot with their ex. They need time. Virgo need what's good. What's that? Charlene. You know what I'm saying? Virgo me. Everybody need time to heal. But when Virgo go to break up, they gotta have time to heal because they do it slow. They have to think about what happened. They have to process what happened. You know, it's a lot that goes on. You know, and they gotta add it all up. They gotta make it make sense in their mind. They gotta get over the pain, get over the anger. You know, all that. I'm trying to get this pollen off my car. It's real out here. Yeah, man. That one ex, man, that was rough, man. I'm telling you, that was a rough breakup, man. That was rough, man. Cause we was, you know what I'm saying? We was in love. We was in love, man. You know what I'm saying? It was rough. We was close, family now. Y'all know how it is. About to make that move. You know what I'm saying? The next big step. It was real. So when it separated, that's a lot, and there's a lot to untangle. It's a lot to detach from, and so you got years of loving somebody, then to break away. It's a lot for a Virgo to deal with. It's a lot for him. I don't know how other people deal with it. I mean, it's a lot for anybody to deal with, but we talking about Virgos today. So Virgos and their exes and breakups. When they break up, depending on the severity of the breakup or the severity of the relationship, like if it was real serious. Like ours was real serious. So, um, if it's a real serious relationship they was in and they break up, it's really gonna take some time to really get through that thing to just make it's a reality. It's like he can't see the reality of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The reality is a lot, and that's why they need time to get that thing through their system. You can't force them. I mean, you can help them, but you gotta let them go through the process. And if you got one that's if you dating a Virgo that's dealing with that and trying to get over it, I mean, it's up to you how much you can deal with from him or how much you willing to walk with him through that process. I would say I won't say walk away from him, but you know, evaluate what's going on. There's a difference between I'm going through a breakup, I want her back, versus I'm going through a breakup and I'm trying to move on, but it's just painful. See, it's two different things. So you got to know what you're dealing with to know if you want to rock with somebody during that process. Now, if he's just going through a breakup or he's still getting over it, but he's trying to get better day by day. I mean, it's up to you if you want to be there to support. You know, I'm not saying you need to stay, but it's up to you to evaluate the situation and see if it's worth it or not. Because it's everybody, not just Virgo. It's anybody. You know what I'm saying? But this what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't. You know, it's crazy, man. But yeah, them exes is something else. You got to watch them exes too now, because some Virgos done got over their exes and they done moved on. A lot of times Virgo move on. He done moved on now. You got those too. It's real. When Virgo is done, most time he's done. But you got some exes out there that keep trying him. They keep coming at him. They keep popping up. And he done got over them. He done, built his heart. He done moved on with another woman. They keep popping up and trying to ruin things. I had that happen too. I was in a whole, I was in a whole great relationship, and one of my exes, she was just like, every now and then she just pop up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, what's up? And it's stressful because me and me and the one that kept popping up, me and her relationship, it was a high relationship too. We had dated for years. We went through a lot of drama, toxic. It was a lot going on. It was deep. It was passionate, but it ended. And it was very tough to get over. You know what I'm saying? But I got over it and I moved on. I got over it. I took my time to heal. I took my time to better myself. You know what I'm saying? I took time to make myself a better man. I took my time to reflect on my own mistakes, my own contributions to the relationship. You know, I took time to look at her mistakes, her contributions to the relationship, everything. I reflect on it. I reflect on it, up and down, side to side, all around, to the point where I was like, okay, I'm good. But if she kept coming back, would re-trigger things. Because when I say I'm good, I'm speaking from the point of I'm thinking I'm never gonna see this woman again in life. That's how Virgos do. When Virgos be done, they be done with the expectation that they probably never gonna talk to you again in life. You know, and they walk with that mindset. And so when you pop back up, it's a surprise. You know, but yeah, this girl kept popping up. One time, talking about she had wanted to talk, and I was in a whole relationship. And I was like, all right, man, what's good? Cause we ended on a real bad note, and she did some messed up stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I ain't talking to this devil ever again. You know what I'm saying? But a year or two may pass. In some type of way, she reached out to me, man. I was like, and we end up like conversating. You know what I'm saying? And I should never start conversating with her because she's she's full of a lot of trickery. She's very crafty. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I found myself getting into my emotions and things like that, re-triggering old feelings that they laid dormant. You know, and I was like, mm-mm. You coming to disrupting the energy and the flow of what I got going on, man. Cause it's never, see, with exes and stuff, it's never like, well, it's rarely they just come one day and mess everything up one day. It's always a gradual thing. Like, hey, I just want to talk. Can we just have a conversation? You know, that conversation leads to now we back friends. Now we back friends leads to you hit me up every now and then. That hitting me up every now and then leads to more conversation. That more conversation leads to more friendship, more interactions. And that thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might be rushing around, you know what I'm saying? And doing the unthinkable. That's how it happens. That's what I learned. Grown up. And you don't need that energy in your life. If you moved on, you're in a happy relationship, you don't need the energy of your exes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you. But Virgos, they have a lot of exes that be doing that. I'm telling y'all. Because a lot of them girls, they haven't gotten over him. Because, well, I tell y'all all the time, Virgo men love very hard. They love very deeply, intently, passionately, very uniquely, very purposefully, you know. And so when women date them, it's hard for them to get over it because most men don't love women like that. And they go out there and they find out that, man, I had a good guy. And then they see him with another woman, like, loving another woman. They just want to talk to him. And they be popping up. And they might not even want to be with him. It's just the fact they want his attention. You know, for real. I'm telling Virgos really do not be reaching out to exes. Now some do. In the dark, baby. Oh, we back. Woo! I thought the world was coming to an end. I said, that's it. They got me. I mean, the world comes to an end anyway. With coronavirus. You know. I thought the purge was happening just now. Y'all see the lights go out? I thought it was the purge. I'm about to get out and I'm about to take out run and bump this car. I can get further on foot. I know the lay of the land. You know what I'm saying? I can't get away with this car. If the purge don't have all the roads gonna be blocked. I know the lay of the land. I'm from the country. All I did growing up was running through the woods and stuff, jumping from trees. I know what I'm doing. You know? And I got my good shoes on today. It's going down. But anyway, some of the can be a distraction, like for real. But see, Virgos have a soft heart, man. We have a hard heart and a soft heart. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. And you know, we have a soft spot for women. We really do have a soft spot for women, man. Like that's our weak. Ironically, women and most men in general, women are men's weakness. It is weakness, man. We're like that. So we have a soft spot for women, man. Like we really do. And so you have to be watchful of those exes because they probably know him better than you know him, maybe depending on the time, because they were there before you. And That's not a bad thing. It's just what it is. It's not in every case, but um, some of the exes know him. They probably know him better than you know him. You know, and they probably know what to say to get him riled up. You know, for real. So you gotta be watchful of them, ladies. You gotta be watchful of them exes, man. I'm telling you, because they tricky. One of my exes was in a whole nother relationship, and she still was hitting me up. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, what's your purpose? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? You know, I'm confused. I need to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I thought you was done, man. I thought, you know what I'm saying? What you trying to do? What's the point? You know, I mean, like, I ain't, you know, I'm like, I ain't trying to be enemies. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about to be on site. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, like, you know how it is. Like, we ain't really got nothing to talk about. So why you hitting me up? You in a whole nother relationship. You supposed to be happy. You know, I mean, you know, according to your feed, according to your social media, you happy and doing your thing. You know, so I'm like, I shouldn't even be a factor. But this is what happens with Virgos, man. This is my personal situation, but this happens with a lot of Virgos. I'm telling you, we be like, and they, you know, I think it's because they still have an attachment to us. Yeah, that chemistry. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. Every time I see my ex, I don't even want her like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, if we get like around each other, the energy and the chemistry be flying through the roof. That's just the truth. You know, that's just the truth, man. And I don't ever talk to her like ever, like no communication, nothing like that. You know, but um, those just facts. Virgos, Virgos create great energy with people, and it's a lot of, I think it's a lot, but it's most of my exes is like that. You know, for real. Yeah, every time I see this girl, I be like, goodness gracious, man, are you stalking me? What's going on, man? Like, how do we always in the with all these millions of people in this city? How do we always end up in the same area? I'm talking like running dead into each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like not even like I see you from a distance, or I see you like 100 yards over there. I'm talking like head-on collision. You know, I just be walking like, wow, where'd you come from? It happens like every few months. And I'm like, I don't know how. But, you know, that's how it be. Well, yeah, man. Like, I remember they used to be reaching out to me and this and that, hit me up, asking stupid questions about nothing. I'm like, and I got one. Since we talking about ex, I got one ex, man. Like, some type of way, she always finds some type of way to reach out to me, some type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's like we be going through it over the years, though. We be going through it. I mean, we be going through like for real. Sometimes like we'll stop talking, start back talking, have a great time, stop talking. I mean, the truth, like we do love each other, but we can't stand each other. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious to me. Y'all don't think that's funny? That's funny to me. I don't understand that. Like we love each other, but we can't stand each other. We really can't. I mean we can stand each other, but it's like we piss each other off so much because our views so different, and she's so doggone petty. You know, I said you don't have to act like you act. You don't have to do that. What's that sign? She a Capricorn. But I love Capricorn. I think that's what it is. I think cause I love Capricorns. But Capricorn, they all got so much to say. Capricorn always talking junk. Shut up. Sometimes be quiet. You don't have to always make your point. You know what I'm saying? Just shut up. Capricorns always got to be the bosses. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet. Y'all like, yo, be quiet. I got it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hush. Capricorn to give Virgos a hard time. But I love Capricorn. I really do. I love Capricorns. I like the way they dress and stuff like that. They got a great sense of dress. You know, they're very classy. They got a lot of confidence. But I can't stand them at the same time. But yeah, she a Capricorn, man. I'm like, yo, why you acting like that, man? Like, I don't understand. I'll be like, yo, what? Like she'll say one thing and do a completely another. I'm like, you don't have to. She'll be like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to no man. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But we cut it up. You know what I'm saying? We hold hands and stuff, but you don't want to. But you don't know what you want. You know? And Capricorn think they know everything. Oh man, it's the purge. Oh no, it ain't. Okay, okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure what's going on out here. Yeah, I know I'm always ready now. Don't get it twisted. I'm like a deer in the woods, like something ain't right. I'm always looking around. I can hear somebody rustling through the bushes. Like, oh, well, somebody walking. You know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, she one of my exes, man. Like, we be going through it over the years, man. Like, but we have a very close bond though. Our bond is like impeccable. It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's very strong. It's very powerful. It really is. It's very strong. It's scary. It's scary strong. That's why I don't talk to her. Cause we can't get on the same page. We just can't get on the same. It's like we. The truth is, like, we love each other. We have great times together. We really do. I mean, amazing times. I'm talking about amazing times together. I'm talking about just having fun, living life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just being. But we have such great disagreements at the same time. I'm talking about like monumental disagreements. Like, dang, you know. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to like. She's stubborn. I don't know how to tame that. It's like it's too much. You know. But yeah, man, this thing. You got some cayenne pepper in this thing. Woo, that one is hot. But you know, she alright though, man. But it's crazy, man. It's just weird, man. It's like it's weird. Like yeah, I'm just thinking, man. It's weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. Like I like girl, you don't have to act like that. Like, but we be having great times though. But stubborn, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I think we just have to our disagreement that we have. I mean, like I said, man, we love each other. We can't stand each other. Like we probably are each other's soulmates for real. To be real, she done said that, but it is what it is. I mean, she hard to be with. Very hard to be with. You know, but she's a sweetheart at the same time. I don't get it. Let me see another. Since we talk about exes, I'm just giving y'all insight of what Virgos be going through. 'Cause people don't believe me when I be people don't believe me when I be saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or when we be saying stuff. And I got one ex ain't never. When we stopped talking, she never talked to me again. You know, but it wasn't a bad breakup though. It wasn't like I hate you, you hate me. You know, it wasn't none of that. It was just like, yo, we just gotta stop doing this. You know, she was like, dang, all right, man, all right, that's what it is. And went about our lives. You know, and we cool to this day. We still cool, but it's not like if I see it, ain't no anger and nothing like that. Be like, oh, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You know. But ladies, you have to. Oh, I mean, okay, okay. But ladies, be be careful and be mindful. That's what I'm saying. Of those exes trying to come back into his life because some of them will really try to sabotage what y'all have going on. I can promise you, it's not him reaching out there. I mean, yeah, you do have some men that's gonna reach out like that. I'm not saying y'all know I'm just speaking generally, but generally, it's them women that be reaching out. I'm telling you, it happened to me all the time. When I was, it happens to me now. It happened to me when I be in relationships, when I be out of relationships. You know, and I'm like, yo, I was in a relationship. The girl I was dating, she used to be mad. I'm like, yo, look, you can look at my phone, man. You can go through my social media if you want to. My DM, I mean, I ain't got nothing to hide, man. I'm telling you, when they reaching out, man, they'll find a way. You know, cause Virgos be chilling. I'm telling you, Virgos should be chilling. Cause we don't want the smoke, man. We don't want the drama. Virgos are non-confrontational. We'll do anything to get out some drama. To get out, we don't like talking to people. We don't like being around people. We introvert. So we are non-confrontational. We do not want the smoke. That's why we don't reach out. 'Cause we don't care. Now, you know, it's different. Like if he's single or something, that he might reach out or something like that. But you know, it's too much. It's too much to deal with. Virgos ain't got time. I remember one ex hit me up. One ex hit me up one time. She had sent a picture. I said, "Oh my goodness, she was looking good." I said, "Man, why you sending me this, man? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? What you trying to do?" I wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Dang, yo, she was looking real good too." I was like, "Man, I'm about to risk it all." But I said, "Nah, that's the devil." You know what I'm saying? That's the devil. The devil in disguise. The devil in heels. The devil in a black dress. You know, I like black dresses. I like black. Black my favorite color. I was like, that's the devil in a dress. So as y'all understand the pressures that men deal with out here from other women, from women in general, not other women, but just women. Especially, I talked about this on my other lives. Especially if you a man in a relationship, all type of women be coming at you, and y'all know that's true. You know, you be like, dang. Every time I get in a relationship, man, women just be acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. Act. But yeah, man, they be acting a fool. I'm like, yo, like, it's sometimes I be want to get in a relationship just because of that. And women be upset, mad, and jealous and stuff like that. I mean, one time, Valentine's Day, had posted a bunch of pictures of us for Valentine's Day, man. You know what I'm saying? I had took her to what I did for her. I went all out for her. You know what I'm saying? I took her to like this, had some reservations to this like it was like this private jazz concert. You know what I'm saying? Like we had like a little table, a little couples table. They had her name on the tables. It was red. You know what I'm saying? Had this like this huge teddy bear flowers and balloons and stuff. It was balling. It was balleristic. It was beautiful. Man. I went all out for it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just posted the pictures, man. Cause we was looking good. We was fly. We was dressed up. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking good that day. I mean, she was looking good too, but I was looking good that day. I don't care about to say. You know what I'm saying? We was decked out. We was fly. We was decked out, boy. You know what I'm saying? She had a skirt on, her heels. I had my suit. You know what I'm saying? My suede shoe, boy. You talking we was looking good. We was looking good. You know? I posted a picture, people were hating. Girls was hating. Girls was hitting me up like, ah. And then one, but what I'm trying to say is when I posted the pictures, one of my exes, she was like all in my girl DMs, saying all type of stuff to her. You know, oh that's y'all having fun on Valentine's Day, but me and him was just texting. You know, I was like, you raggedy chick. Y'all know what I want to say. Why would you do that? Why would you do that after we had such a great time? Here you go. Why would you do that? You know? Why would you try to ruin a happy home? Messed up. And we were just texting. But it wasn't about nothing. It was her trying to explain herself. She had like we were texting. She had like I was texting her, oh, I want to see you tonight. I want to see you. Oh, when I'm gonna come over there. It wasn't nothing like that. She was talking to me, talking about, um, she talking about all the stuff she did that she's sorry for and this and that. Hope we can be friends and all kind of stuff like that. That's all it was. I was like, well, look, I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying, this and that. But she tried to blow it up to make it look like it was more than what it was. You know, home wrecker. My girl was mad for a little while, but she was like, it's cool. But it's just an example of how exes do, man. So, ladies, you gotta be wary and careful. But yeah, like I said, man, you really need to know what is very. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just saying this so I can reiterate it, man. You have to know what his relationship with his ex is like and how does he feel about it. Is he over it? You know, how long ago was it? I mean, and these are good conversations to have. It's not you're not accusing him of anything. You're just talking. You're getting to know him because, like, just like with women I dated, some women I dated, they were over their exes, but their relationships affected how they loved. They couldn't love properly because they were still broken and they needed healing. So it's just important for men to know, um, if a woman is over her last relationship, just what it was and how does it affect her. That's very important for anybody. If you want to date somebody seriously, you need to know these. It may not be nothing. It may not be. It may not even be no issue. But whatever case may be, you need to know because you might be trying to date somebody that's emotionally unavailable, or that's just. But it's up to you to determine where somebody is in the process of whatever and how does it affect you. You know what I'm saying? Real. And man, y'all follow me on Instagram, man. J Whitfield Inspires. We be on there talking junk, man. You know, I'm gonna make a whole Virgo page on Instagram about Virgo men. You know what I'm saying? I ain't made it yet, but we gonna make it happen. Well, yeah, y'all need a private session, man. Hit me up, man. I've been doing a lot of private sessions this week. I've been doing a lot of private sessions this week. Everybody got time. Everybody home. You know what I'm saying? And anybody got time, so just click the link though, man. Don't. Um, I'm telling y'all, if you're trying to do a private session, right, and you send it to my email, I'm probably not gonna see it, and I'm probably not gonna get it. And if you send it to my Instagram, I'm probably not gonna get it because I don't like to read that stuff like that much. You just gotta click the link because it's easier to click the link because you can schedule the time that you are free, the time that's available. It's so easy, so simple, and it automatically schedules. It comes to my phone. You know what I'm saying? So that's the easiest way than going back and forth and asking what time I'm available. It's all on the website. Just look at it and click it. I have to keep telling people that. People act like they don't be. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not. Um, I don't know. But I'm glad the weather is warm because it feels great out here. But anyway, man, I'm about to get about this thing. But y'all know, man. Uh, y'all stay positive. Again, please stay prayed up. Please keep your immune system high. Yes, thanks, Blue Jay. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Please keep your immune system high by eating fruits and vegetables. I'm telling you, asparagus, kale, salads, spinach, grapes, red grapes. I said this stuff yesterday. Red grapes. Get you some oranges, citrus, and things like that. Vitamin C. Um, elderberries. These things help fight viruses, flus, coronas, and things like that. So you have to give your immune system some fighting power. In the midst of what we're going through right now, you don't need to be avocados. Yes, you're right. You don't need to be eating a whole lot of sugars and fast food and fatty foods and things like that. You don't need. I'm telling you, because if you do catch something, your body gonna be weak. Cause you got too much grease to go through. I ain't no vegan on that like that. But I'm just trying to give y'all just tips of helping you stay healthy. Virgos like be healthy. We all like to be healthy, but you know, um, if you mess around and get anything, and you already eating healthy and things like that, or helping your body, you're gonna give your body a fighting chance to get through this stuff. Cause these fruits and vegetables, they have that's way when you take medicine, they getting the medicine from these plants. This how they be getting the medicine from these plants and things like that and put them in pills and stuff. You know, so you can go directly to the source and help yourself and your family. But I'm telling you, these things I named in particular, they are very great for fighting off viruses and stuff. You know, very very good. Eat them daily. Like anything, it'll take a little time, but and if you don't know exactly what to get, I mean, even though I just told you, go on YouTube and just go on YouTube and just type in the benefits of whatever fruit or vegetable that you like. You know what I'm saying? You can learn about it, but during this time, you need to be cooking your own food. You need to stay away from a lot of sweets and fatty foods. You know, I'm telling you, stay away from all these sugars and stuff. It's not good right now. Because right now, a lot of people at the house, you're doing a lot of sitting down. You're not. I don't know if y'all exercising or not, but you know, there's a lot of at the house going on right now. So you know what I'm saying. You don't need to let all this food and stuff accumulate and sit in your body, and then you mess around and catch a flu or something, or a little bit whole, you get the virus or you get a cold, and you can't fight it off because it's too much going on in your body. You gotta help yourself out. You know. Now anybody can get sick. You can be the most healthiest person in the world and get sick. We all know this. you know. But you know, anything. Oh, you working? Say you working? Yeah, man. Some of us still working, man. You know what I'm saying? So just give yourself a chance, man. You get an apple. You know what I'm saying? Eat like a couple red grapes a day. Go to the store, get some red grapes. You know, I can't tell y'all how good it is for red grapes and things like that. For real. If you look at grapes, they look like lungs. If you like hang them upside down, stuff like that, it help your lungs, your heart and stuff like that. Watermelon, you know, add these things to your diet. If you got elderly people in your family, mamas and grandmamas and granddaddies and stuff, yeah, spinach, celery, kale. I'm telling y'all, add these things to your elderly loved ones' diet. You know, add it to it. Encourage them to um, eat it better. Cause we all like tasty food and this and that eating. I mean, I be like, I love Five Guys. I be want to go to Five Guys every day if I can. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't the time for that. I'm telling y'all what I know. But yeah, man, y'all stay positive, man. Stay prayed up, and keep your read Isaiah 26:3. It says that I said this the other day. It talks about being in perfect peace because you trust in God. God keep your mind and heart in peace. You know what I'm saying? That's my duty as a minister to let y'all know about that. Keep praying, stay prayed up because it's important. We will get through this. This too shall pass. But this is an opportunity for us to get things that you've been trying to work on lately. You know what I'm saying? Oh, soup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Y'all spread that knowledge, man, of good remedies to take care of yourself and your body and things like that. I'm telling you. Because everybody don't know. We all had to learn at some point in time. But knowledge is power. Cause a lot of these things you can do at the house, for real, for real. You know, and I'm not saying don't take your medicine, don't take your pills and this and that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is add these things to your diet and to your routine. You'll feel a whole lot better, for real. But y'all holla at your boy, man. We about to be out, man. Let's make it happen. One love.